Be or not to be a villain is the name of this module right here, published by Andrew McNeil Publishing. First off, the publishing company did send this my way for review. That does not affect anything that I'm about to say in this video. This is all my opinion. It's interesting, I'll tell you that. The best way to describe this game is Hamlet the D&D adventure. If you know Hamlet, it's different enough that it's going to be still fun and interesting for you with different twists and turns, but if you don't know Hamlet, it's going to still be all those things. This book is a 5e adventure written by Rudy Bazzo and James Introcaso, but also an adventure for Zweihander. The module itself is split down the middle. I mean, the direct center of the book is the turning point between the books, and you have the 5e side, and you flip it over that way for the Zweihander side. Something I cannot stress enough, though, is this game is not made for new GMs and new players. There are 9 characters that need to be played in this adventure with 2 GMs handling it. Yes, this game is meant to be run with 2 GMs. And the players themselves don't build their own character sheets. They play as any character from the play itself with a pre-made stat block that they use. And each of these characters has their own flaws, traits, ideas, motivations, and everything that a player can easily just read the sheet and know what's going on with their character and their relationships with the other characters. It is both a really easy thing for people to get into, but also kind of circumvents the idea of making your own character for a role-playing game. But then again, you are also then just playing a role of this new character. And if you don't have 9 characters, it is completely possible for the GM to run the other characters as NPCs. It just gets to be a lot to handle since they all have their own interworkings that they can all just decide. And they actually recommend 2 GMs, one to be the director and the other to be the playwright. The director plays and runs most of the game as they typically would, whereas the playwright actually takes 1 or 2 players aside, or even 3 or 4, depending on how many people are getting pulled into a scene to run just other stuff in the background. And it could be anything from a small encounter to players planning and plotting against each other, because players can specifically request other players to go and secretively do things so the playwright can also, oversee that. It's a really interesting book with a really awesome cover art, in my opinion. I think it's really awesome how it just flips in half, and some really cute art on the inside. I just love how that looks. It looks so stylized and just really fun, honestly. That face, they have my heart. But just from reading through this would be a very difficult game to run. First off, 9 players at any table is absolutely wild, let alone 2 GMs along with it, with you both having to collaborate and make sure that people are on the same page across the board. Reading through it as a GM is a whole lot of fun, but I've not had a chance to actually run through it because 9 players and 2 GMs is a tall order, even for me. I mean, I got the table space for it, just not the people. I would absolutely love to run through this module, but it will take a lot of prep and a lot of coordination between 2 GMs to get this even off the ground. I can absolutely recommend this module as something to read through on the side if you just really enjoy reading modules. I can absolutely recommend this if you love the art, but to actually play, that's going to be very dependent on your group and your experience level.